and welcome. I'm Denali Veda, creator and founder of Denali Mind, Body, Soul, and I'm an enlightened life coach and quantum healer, meaning I'm a spiritual healer and a holistic healer. I've decided to do more online coaching since the world needs it, and it's a way to connect with more people. And I have a lot of really important messages to share. And at this time, it's important that we have this knowledge and to help one another as much as we can. So I'm calling these little videos I do Ascension Guiding. So just in this topic today, I'm addressing light workers in general, and also people that don't know they're a light worker yet. You can also be called a starseed, an indigo child, etc. I believe these are all the same thing and just different names. And whatever one you resonate with is fine. I resonate with Lightworker, and that's what Spirit told me I was. So that's what I go with. Here's a little introduction to Lightworkers, if you don't know what they are. Oops, okay, hold on. I don't know if you can see me. Okay, stop share. There we go. Sorry, I'm just getting used to Zoom. And then also a description of light workers. I'm going to show you. Here we go. The purpose of a light worker is to wake up the people that inhabit this beautiful planet and connect them with the true divine spirit. Our role is to teach oneness and close the separation gap that occurs when people forget that they are a spiritual being having a physical experience and not the other way around. A little bit more about me. I'm an Ominist, and this explains what Ominism is. The belief that no one religion has all of the truth, but that the truth is found within them all. And I just put together 3 quotes from Buddha, Jesus, and Krishna that their true religion was love, and that's what we realize when we look at their fundamental teachings. And just so much commonality. And Buddha, one of his quotes, "With our thoughts we make the world." And with Jesus, "I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you a future of peace and hope." And Krishna comes from Hinduism, and a man is made by his belief. As his belief, so he becomes. And to the left, I'm going to read, "In the deep forest of the heart, all paths lead toward unity and love." And this is what the world needs more than ever right now, is unity and love. And this main topic, what I feel is really important today, I want to talk about is the invisible enemy. You may have heard Trump talk about the invisible enemy. I've heard him mention it many, many times. And so most of the world is thinking the invisible enemy is this virus that's going around. Since we can't see it, we can't taste it, we can't touch it, it's pretty invisible to us or the naked eye. But who the real invisible enemy is actually the hidden hand. Well, there's a couple parts to it. I would say there's three invisible enemies, truly. The hidden hand, who I speak of, would be the Cabal, the Dark Workers, the Illuminati. They have many names, they have many factions, many fronts. And right now, their biggest goal is keeping us in fear and propagating this fear through the media and through their government puppets. And fear is used to control people. It has been the biggest control system throughout the ages. And people don't use critical thinking when they're in fear. And so basically, it's so much easier to control a populace or control the narratives like they've been doing when people are so scared, they're afraid to hug their own family, they're afraid to breathe the air, they're afraid to go to work or just do normal things that they used to do. And just a couple months ago, look at the world just a couple months ago to now. It's a drastic insanity of difference. So the other hidden enemy or invisible enemy, I would say, is the ultimate invisible enemy, who would be the adversary, or who you can call Satan. And he's, of course, at the pinnacle of all of this. And we're seeing a spiritual war, the biggest spiritual war of all time. So this is the end all be all. We are in the end days. And so it's so important we see that who we wrestle against is not flesh, though those are puppets that put before us. But basically, this is so much bigger and more than the eyes can see that's going on behind the scenes. So our real enemy is those. This virus is just one of their pawns and one of their ploys to keep people living in fear. And the dark feeds off the fear. That is their main food source. That is their nourishment. That's what sustains them. And how we beat the dark and how we beat these invisible enemies is by starving them, by not feeding them this fear that they strive for and fear that they need to survive. And keeping us separated right now and keeping us away from our loved ones and things that we love doing. This is also part of their plan, because people are weaker when they're alone and when they're separated. And our truest power is in unity. And it's always been in unity. Right now, we don't even have really the ability to gather. And that right is really being jeopardized right now. All of our rights and freedoms are in jeopardy right now. And that's another thing that the human race is facing at this time. I just got done watching a video of two of my favorite spiritual teachers, Teal Swan and Ralph Smart from Infinite Waters, and they were going through what's really happening, what's really going on. We have so many, everywhere you look, there's a different, speculation. And if there's two sides really I see going on right now. And, they're discussing, of course, some of what I'm saying, and I wanted to expand on that and give you my perspective. But really, at the beginning of this all, I saw people waking up. I saw, these documentaries going on and people that were totally asleep to the cabal and all these things, waking up to things I've known about and the awakened community have known about for years. And now I've seen a backtracking, and that even the awakened ones are fighting amongst themselves right now, and the people that were starting to wake up are still in so much fear. So understand, unity and love is the only way the human race and all of us are going to overcome any of the situations that are coming in the future. And it's really important that God's main message that he wants us to know, and God's not a he, I'm sorry, universal energy, but God or source or creator wants us to know love is the answer, love is the path. And even if there's someone that disagrees with you or what you believe, that we can't hate them, we can't think badly of them, we can't judge them for thinking differently. Everyone has their own path, and we can't force anyone to awaken. And I've had to go through this myself and realize, it really hurt my heart when family members or friends, didn't believe the things I tried to show them, the research I tried to show them, proofs that, we all have that get denied constantly because they trust the news and they trust their government. But, there's time, and not everyone's going to wake up. Not everyone is meant to wake up or will be ready in this lifetime. So I call these series Ascension Coaching because that's the most important thing and what this is all about. The dark ones know their time is up, and they know about the ascension and the awakening. And right now we're being pushed to an edge, and this is their last-ditch effort that we're seeing here to keep people in fear, to keep people in their power. So we need to disempower them and take back our power. And we do that subtly. You can do it subtly. You don't have to be out in the streets yelling and this and that. But, I'm taking a stand online and, just around the people I meet and get a chance to talk to, just who I run into, within a day at the grocery or getting a coffee and things like that. Or talking to my neighbor about, what's really going on and the spiritual battles that are going on, and that's at the core of everything. So it's just so important, our energy and our thoughts and what we're focusing on. And we have the time now that's been given to us to reflect on so much now of who we are, of who we've been, and where we're going. And even as a collective, to reflect on that. Where's the world been going? Where's the human race been going? It's towards total destruction. And we can't keep living this way, and we can't keep going down this path, and Source or Creator is not going to allow it. So what really I want people to understand is so many people that are on the same side realize we're on the same side. Just because we don't resonate with everything and every thought that the other person thinks. So recognize that, accept one another, and let people wake up slowly and take their steps that they need to take. And we need to still work together. It's so, so important. And focusing on, my cats are always meowing. They love to meow when I make videos. But understanding the energy, our focus, we're giving them power in so many ways. When we feel defeated, when we feel like we're in fear, when we feel we have no power, we're letting the invisible enemy win. So God has made promises to us a long time ago of the promised land in New Jerusalem. And my family. And this is what Ascension is about. Us ascending to this new reality, to this new earth, to what we could call New Jerusalem. And this is a lot of the messages that I've been receiving in my channelings and personally. That our end goal is to ascend and to go to the new earth. And there's many rules and ways and keys to getting there that we need to know and be aware of. So I'm using my platform to help people know these things and help have a guide to this. But most of all, overall, what I want you to know today is know who the real enemy is and know that they are not going to win. I've already been told we will be victorious. The light always overcomes the dark, and we have the real power, and that's what they fear. And they fear us waking up to our own power. So understand your own power, and that's one of the things that I'm teaching is empowerment. And to find that power that comes from within, that comes from the Creator, that was God given to us all. So in this video, I'm going to conclude. I'm going to thank you for watching, and go ahead and you can follow me on Facebook. I'm Denali Mind, Body, Soul, and I post daily spiritual wisdom and inspiration, trying to keep our vibration high, which is also something I am really big on, and what Source wants us to be doing. Keep raising our vibration, and that's how we get to ascension as well. Focus on bringing in more love, light, and unity. And you can hit subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Denali Mind, Body, Soul as well, keeping it easy for you. And you can check out my website, DenaliMindBodySoul.com. So I want to thank you and bless you all, and please reflect on what I said. Until we meet again, thank you and God bless.